Hey everyone, before we get started, I urge you to subscribe so you don't miss any uploads like this.
ここはどこ？私は誰？ほら丸く収まるだろ。
くそ、しゃあねえな。
なんだ抵抗する気か？
あいにく痛いのは嫌いなんだ。だから。逃げる！
In 2011, we have Meiyochiki. Meiyochiki's main protagonist, Kinjiro, has the worst case of gynophobia known to man, which is the fear of women. Just one touch from a girl and his nose bleeds almost uncontrollably. His condition is all thanks to his family of female wrestlers who trained him a bit too much as a child. Through this tough love, Kinjiro developed a body able to withstand hard blows, as well as an intense fear of the female race. After one ominous visit to the school restroom, Kinjiro's semi-peaceful existence shifts into complete chaos. He discovers that the suave Subaru-sama, the bodyguard to the headmaster's daughter, Kanadre, is actually a girl. In exchange for his silence in the matter, Kanadre promises to help him overcome his gynophobia. A cross-dressing butler, a high-class twisted beauty, a BL writer wannabe, an aspiring pro wrestler, and someone who lives with ghosts. These are the kinds of girls that Kinjiro must deal with every day.
これってやっぱりあれか。初めて触ったけど女の子の女性の「お」から始まる。
永瀬さん、何してるの?
In 2012, we have Kokoro Connect. When 5 students at an academy realize that there are no clubs where they fit in, they band together to form the Student Cultural Society. The club consists of Taichi, a hardcore wrestling fan, Iori Nagase, an indecisive optimist, Himiko Inabe, a calm computer genius, Yui Kiriyama, a petite karate practitioner, and Yoshifumi Aoki, the class clown. One day, Aoki and Yui experience a strange incident when, without warning, they switch bodies for a short period of time. As this supernatural phenomenon continues to occur randomly amongst the 5 friends, they begin to realize that this is not just fun and games. Now forced to become closer than ever, they soon discover each other's secret hidden and emotional scars, which could end up tearing the club apart and their friendship apart.
なら俺と彼女は。なあ、雪の下。なんなら俺が友達。
ごめんなさい、それは無理。
まだ最後まで言ってないのに。
In 2013, we have my teen romantic comedy, Snafu. Hachiman is an apathetic high school student with a narcissistic view. He firmly believes that joyful youth is nothing but a farce, and everyone who says otherwise is just lying to themselves. In a novel punishment for writing an essay mocking modern social relationships, Hachiman's teacher forces him to join the Volunteer Service Club, a club that aims to extend a helping hand to any student who seeks their support in achieving their goals. With the only other club member being the beautiful ice queen Yuniko, Hachiman finds himself in the front line of other people's problems, a place he never dreamed he would be. As Hachiman and Yuniko use their wits to solve many students' problems, will Hachiman's rotten view of society prove to be a hindrance or a tool he can use in his advantage?
これ使っていいよ。風邪ひく。それで吹きなよ。
In 2014, we have Blue Spring Ride. This anime follows a young high school girl, Yoshioka Futaba, who has a few reasons why she wants to reset her image and life as a new high school student. Because her cuteness attracts many boys, she was avoided by her female friends in junior high, and because of a misunderstanding, she couldn't get her feelings across to one boy she has ever liked, Tanaka-kun, and now in high school, she is determined to be as unladylike as possible so that her friends won't be jealous of her. While living this high school life, she comes across Tanaka-kun again, but he now goes under the name of Mabuchi-ku. He tells her that he felt the same way as she did when they were younger, But now things can never be the same again for reasons we find out later in the show as we explore the backstory of the male character in the show. Will Futaba be able to continue her love that never even started 3 years ago? In 2015 is actually I Am. One day after school, Asahi stumbles upon the truth of Yuko. The girl he has a crush on is actually a vampire. According to her father's rules, Yuko must now quit school in order to keep her family safe since her secret is out. However, Ashi does not want her to go and promises that he will keep her true identity a secret. Unfortunately, this turns out to be easier said than done, as Ashi is a man who is easy to read and is unable to keep any secrets to himself. And this is only the beginning of his troubles. More supernatural beings enter his life, and he is now forced to protect all of their identities or face the consequences. Ashi has to deal with all the unique challenges they bring. He struggles to keep his mouth closed whilst desperately trying to win Yuko's heart in the process.
俺の彼女なんでやめてください。はい、なんでしょう。走って逃げるとこですか。いや、逃げましょう。
そうじゃなくて、この方たち日本語わかんないみたいなの。
Moving on to 2016, we have Rainbow Days, which follows the colorful lives and romantic relationships of 4 high school boys. Hashiba, a dreamer with delusions of love, Tomoya Matsugana, a narcissist playboy who has multiple girlfriends, Kilichi, a kinky sadist who always carries a whip, and Tsushi Nao, an otaku who has a cosplaying girlfriend. When Tatsuki's girlfriend suddenly breaks up with him on Christmas Eve, he breaks down in tears in the middle of the street and is offered tissues by a girl in a Santa Claus suit. He instantly falls in love with this girl, Anna, who surprisingly attends the same high school as him. Natsuki's pursuit of Anna should have been simple and uneventful. However, his nosy friends consistently meddle in his relationship as they strive to succeed in their own endeavors of love.
大好きなゲームに囲まれた理想の学園風景。これ以上恵まれた環境があるだろうか。いえ、僕は結構です。この部に僕がやりたいゲームはないみたいです。
In 2017, we have Gamers. This is a story that revolves around certain students and one hobby, gaming. Keita is our lonely protagonist who has a passion for gaming and is friends with Yurihira Tetsuko, who is currently a fellow gamer with a mysterious past and is someone who believes his current life is perfect. We also have Karen, the club president of the video games club, and Chaiki, who constantly argues with our protagonist. Karen invites Amato Keika to the club and of course he accepts, but after a day of club activities, Keita decides to leave this club as he wants to have his own way of having fun playing video games, but Karen doesn't take this decision lightly. So the story of non-stop consequence of comedy scenes and misunderstandings begins.
何をしに来た犬塚。
待て、喧嘩しに来たんじゃねえ。
じゃあ何の用よ。
それはそのペルシアに
何よ。
告訴だ。告訴してやれ。畜生、やっぱ言えねえ。
In 2016, we have Boarding School Juliet. The story takes place in the fair Dahlia Academy, where 2 regions, both alike in dignity, come together. The Black Doggies of the eastern nation of Tawa and the White Cats of the Principality of West have long-standing rivalry. Romeo, leader of the Black Doggies dorm, and Juliet, leader of the White Cats dorm, are bittersweet enemies. In reality, however, Romeo and Juliet are hopelessly in love, but revealing their relationship would wreak havoc in this academy, and both would be shunned from their respective dorms. They desperately hide their love in order to maintain peace. but a secret relationship means they miss out on many of the activities normal couples get to experience. As they grow closer together, Romeo and Juliet must come to terms with the fact that keeping their relationship a secret may prove to be impossible, but their desperate romance motivates them to keep trying.
真実の恋ならば身も心も捧げる覚悟はあります。
身も心も白金に大ダメージバカなことをふざけるなだったら俺がお前に告白仮にしたら
In 2019, we have the famous Kaguyasama Love is War. Considered to be a genius due to having the highest grades in the country, Shirogane leads the prestigious Academy's student council as its president, working alongside the beautiful and wealthy vice president Kaguya. The two are often regarded as the perfect couple by students, despite them not being in any sort of romantic relationship, nor any experience in that matter. However, the truth is that after spending so much time together, the two have developed feelings for one another. Unfortunately, neither is willing to confess, because doing so would be a sign of weakness in their mind. Whoever confesses is the loser. With their pride as elite students on the line, Miyuki and Kaguya embark on a journey to do whatever is necessary to get a confession out of the other. Through their daily antics, the battle of love begins.
死ぬのってこんなに痛いんだ
大丈夫。人はこの程度では死なないよ。それに君はまだ死ぬ気もないのだろ。だから頑張れ。
In 2020, we have Tonikawa, Over the Moon for You. Tonikawa is generally well-loved and framed as a wholesome, cute, fluffy rom-com as we see the daily lives of a newlywed yet innocent couple. On a snowy night, Nasa Yuzaki spots a beautiful girl across the road. Deeply attracted by the girl, Nasa steps onto the road but is struck by a truck as he ends up heavily injured. In the face of death, Nasa reaches out to the girl and confesses his love. Barely alive thanks to the girl's intervention, fearing she might otherwise vanish from his life, she accepts his proposal on one condition: marriage, which of course Nasa accepts before falling unconscious. Upon waking, Nasa finds that the girl is nowhere to be found and becomes miserable as he sets his previous goals and focuses on finding the girl that saved his life.
堀さんなんで
なんであんたが私の株とか気にすんのよ。勝手に決めつけて納得しないで。二度とそういうこと言うんじゃないわよ。バカ。
ごめん堀さんごめん
思い出しただけでも腹立たしい。
Now finally up to date in 2021, we have Horimiya. Hori is a bright and popular high school student, and in contrast to her classmate, Miyamura, a gloomy and seemingly nerdy person. At home, Hori is a homebody who dresses down and looks after her younger brother Sota and does various chores in her mother's stead as both parents are busy due to work. She takes every attempt to hide this from her classmates, leaving no chance to socialize away from school. Whilst Miyamura is known to be a lonely otaku from his fellow classmates' perspectives, he is in fact, in reality, a gentle person inept at studying. To our surprise, he has 9 piercings hidden behind his long hair and a tattoo along his back and left shoulder. By sheer chance, Hori and Miyamura cross paths outside of school, neither looking as the other expects. These seemingly polar opposites become friends, sharing with each other a side they have never shown to anyone else.